What up, though, homies and homies? It's your homeboy Grand Tizzle, and I'm back with some really good news. I promise you guys, at the beginning of my campaign, I call it the Madness campaign. Why? Because the goal was to put up a tutorial every day or every other day, a video. But obviously, I got 2 channels, got all that madness going on. You know what I'm saying? I got entrepreneurs I'm helping, I'm just doing so many things, man. I'm doing the best I can, man. I'll try my best to keep up with the promise, right? But I do got a lot going on, right? But when I first started, I promised you guys something really big, something really powerful, something really special. And what I want to do is show my appreciation for all of the support, and you guys been holding me down for a while. I'm gonna try to keep this brief. Now, this situation is not for everybody, but for those who can benefit from something like this, I want you guys to head on over to todaysbeats.com. Now, what I got over there is a special opportunity for you to not only help yourself, but also for you to help others. Now, this is a very short campaign, obviously, because you have to get Grand Tizzle, got to make some changes. I'm making some drastic changes, and the first thing I want to tell you is that the prices on the website will definitely go up, and they will go up significantly. But before I do that, I want to be fair to everybody. I know the value of this content, and if I keep it at a low price, nobody really truly going to benefit from it because you don't see the value. I have to raise the price. It's just something that has to be done. But don't worry, I'm still going to hold you down. So right now, you have an opportunity to not only take advantage of this offer that I'm making you, but you can also use it as an opportunity to help somebody else. Now, I'm running a campaign. Actually, after this tutorial, I have to shoot down to Royalty, the Royalty Hall, and we're doing a Lupus Foundation. And we're doing a lupus event, lupus awareness event, and there will be other different events that we're going to be holding. And what we're doing is an outreach, and we're helping as many people as possible. In particular, we're really looking to help the teenagers, the young kids, the kids that's still in school. And a lot of them can't go to vocation, or they're not in a position to do it, or maybe a lot of our kids in Detroit really don't have a lot of opportunity. They don't, and they end up selling drugs and doing violent things, going to jail. They really don't have nothing. So what I want to do is I want to offer you for free the entire collection of todaysbeats.com. Everything, all the graphic videos, all the beat making tutorials, all the mixing, all the editing, all of the video product. And the only thing I ask you to do is make any form of donation. Any form of donation. It could be 50 cents, it could be $1, it could be $10, $100, or $1,000. It doesn't matter. And what we're going to do, as you take advantage of this and you download the entire collection for yourself and your friends and your family, whatever the case may be, then you're going to pay it forward with a donation. And again, it could be $1. I don't care. But your donation is going to go towards the youth of Michigan that I'm trying to help, that I'm trying to support. So what we're doing is we're doing a campaign where we paying it forward. So the campaign is called Donation for Education. You're going to go over and down. Now here's the kicker, fam. You ain't got to pay a dime. Now, when I say I have a gift for you, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about this a month, maybe 2 months ago. I already had this in place, but I wanted to make sure that everything was in place so that things can work out smooth and reasonable, and it's not overwhelming to me, and it's not asking too much of you, and everybody get to benefit from this situation. Now, again, unfortunately, I'm not in a position to keep this campaign running for long because I lose a lot of money doing this, a plethora of money. But I've been finding so much more joy in giving than in receiving. This is something that I feel like I'm impelled to do. I feel like I'm impelled to do this. So I want you and anybody else that's interested in getting this education for free, download all of this. Now, of course, there's going to be continued tutorials and there's going to be new materials that's going to get uploaded. But from everything from then until now, today, you're able to download absolutely free. The donations is volunteer. I asked for a donation for the assistance of helping the kids and the inner city kids, and we're also going to talk about you doing the same thing in your community for your community. So and we're going to get more deeper into it. I'm going to show you. Actually, I would like for you to go over there and read this information. Find out if it fits you, if it suits you. If you're watching this video, obviously you're trying to learn something. So I just want you to keep in mind that some kids don't know that this information exists. Some kids want this information but can't afford it. Some kids think they can't do it. So we're going to be holding forums, we're going to be holding seminars, assemblies, different things like that throughout Detroit, making it known. We're doing an outreach. So I'm reaching out to you as an influencer as well, so you can make this information known to those who can benefit from it. All right. So I said I was going to keep this brief. So if you're interested, if you want some information, if you want to download all of this stuff for free, now here's the kicker, fam. You can ask around. This ain't no cookie cutter training. This is the real deal. And I don't know not one company that's doing this. I don't know one company that's willing to take all their sacrifice, all their hard work, years of work, hours of recording, hours of training, files and I'm talking about months and years of files and accumulated sounds and graphic arts and all of these resources, and just giving it away for free. I don't know no company that's doing that. But I'm not only showing my appreciation, but I'm understanding something I'm understanding in life. I've noticed the more you give, the more come back. You cannot give enough. I can't outgive what comes back. And it's tricky, fam. It's really tricky, and it's scary too. And the ironic part, I know that's how we're made. We're made to be able to give, like a father have to give, a mother have to give. We give to our children. We give. That we are slaves. When we're born slaves. And I don't mean it in a condescending way or like the black slave. And I think that's a choice. The madness. I ain't talking about that. What I'm talking about is we are vessels. And the selfishness, when we're selfish, that's what get us entangled. That's what get us caught up. Selflessness is the freedom. That's the freedom. And you get all the joy. You get true joy in giving. The good book don't say there's more joy in giving than there is receiving. It don't say that for nothing, fam. But you have to experience it wholeheartedly. Anyway, I'm getting off into some crazy stuff. I just wanted to make that announcement. I will make this announcement a few more times. Make sure that the word is out there before I have to go back and then put the price on it, and just because when I put the price on it, it's sealed, it's locked, and it's just there. But I'm still gonna be holding y'all down. Don't worry about it. But this is an opportunity for you right now, today, to go and download everything, the entire collection, fam. And don't think it's not of value. Because if I suddenly have to stop doing it here and I suddenly have to stop doing it there because something happened, something going on, you will miss it. Trust me. So take advantage. Don't think because it's given to you like this that it's not worth anything. Okay. So anyway, with that being said, go over there, check it out, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But don't miss out on this opportunity. Help yourself and then help another. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to this session here. Now, what I want to do here is we talked about logos and how I put logos together and, the best practices of putting the logos together. So now I'm pushed to finish a logo ASAP, as soon as possible. Preferably today. Yeah, I can't talk. But anyway, the idea, or should I say the name, is for a female artist named Noble, right? And the idea, there's a campaign movement on this. The campaign movement, well, you know what? If I tell you the campaign, I kind of messed the campaign up. So what I'll just say is that we have to come up with a logo. We have to come up with it ASAP, and we have to launch some marketing and marketing and awareness plans. But it starts with a logo. So here's the idea that I came up with as far as creating a logo. First, she's a female, so we need something feminine. Second, the name comes from her original name, which is Alicia, which means noble. There's a meaning behind her name. It means noble. So I encouraged her to do a few things. One, change the way it's spelled so that it can be, one, unique. Two, for marketing purposes. Because if you have a fresh, unique name and you put it out there and you put it out there on Google, you'll be the first to, when the names start getting out there, when they start growing, you'll be registered already in the Google search engine, and you won't be competing with nobody. We don't want you competing with nobody. So that's the second thing. The third thing is that it have to have a feminine look, because of course she's a female. And the fifth thing is that it have to represent royalty, because noble, like you're from a noble descent. You're from, your ancestors have a nobleness. So we have to fit in all those different things. And the last thing was a special request that some music note is in there. So royalty in music, or, noble in music, you know what I mean? And we got to keep it young, fresh, and relevant, right? So there's a lot of little twists. So those are the thoughts that's going to actually go into this logo. Now, I brought these different logos up here to kind of, give you the idea that first of all, a lot of people may think, okay, that's cool, but artists with a logo? Of course, artists with a logo. As a matter of fact, the biggest artists have logos. You notice that? The greatest artists have logos. So with that mindset, man, start off with a logo, because when they don't see you, they don't see your name, they see your logo. And if it's out there enough, you already know what it is, you already know what it means. For example, this mouse here, or that Wu-Tang thing, or look at Run DMC. Okay, so and these are logos with names in them. You see what I'm saying? Eminem with the backwards and things like that. So I pulled this up so that I can wrap around to show you for one, and then I can wrap around my head the different approaches that I want to use. So again, music note, feminine. Are you familiar with that? That's the Mary J. Blige logo. You see, that's nice. It's thin, it's simple, it's clean, right? Curly, female. Check this out. You guys are familiar with the Beyonce logo, right? Okay. Ariana Grande. This is the logo that she used a lot. And there is a lot of thought that go behind logos, fam. Don't think that you just put something together and then that's it. I've been working on this for 2 hours before as a matter of fact, the only reason I started recording, because I was starting to get too deep. For example, I started building this. I'm like, wait a minute, let me stop. Let me show them the process. Now, it takes a long time. I'll break things down, but a lot of this I'm a speed record so that you guys can kind of just see the ideas kind of gel together. All right. Another one, look, Kim, that fits her. It's pink. It's kind of, hip hoppy. It's not a specific statement. You know what I'm saying? It's not lettered in such a way where it's like a grande. You see what I'm saying? It's not lettered in that type of way. So it can be like that. She rugged, she raw, she look Kim. So the logo can be like that, you see? These was pulled up because I wanted to see how do we fit actual music notes, or what would be the best approach, or it's just some general ideas. Here's another general idea of how music notes can be add it into the letter. It's just ideas. Not going to use it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. So I started off with a font. So we start off with the font. Well, what is going to be the weight of the font? You consider that. You also consider what is the meaning of the word noble. Okay, so do we want the meaning and the font to match? Okay, yes and or no. It depends on how it looks. How do you feel when you look at it? Now, for example, I like this, but when I look at it, I feel more or less like it can be that, but I almost get a magazine feel when I look at that. So you want to be careful. Now this one here, I like this. You don't get a magazine feel. You do get an artist feel, but unfortunately, it takes away from the royalty. See, we're missing the royalty part, but I'm gonna keep that in mind. All right, let's look at anthrax just again to kind of keep our head wrapped around the different directions. I mean, this just looked like, it's anthrax, you see? So you know some thought was put into it. So those little angles, those sharp, rigid angles is not there by mistake. It's anthrax, you see? So you're going to put those type of notes there. I pulled this up. What I did was I pulled up Noble a few different times, and then I kind of scrolled through some fonts just to get some visual cognition there, just to get some visual ideas to see what's kind of going on, you see. I also pulled this up here, and let me pull it up here. I'm going to slide this to the top. This gives me ideas as far as the type of lettering, right? Now, to me, this is really good. Starting off with a K, this looked like music notes already. But my issue with this is too much. It's too busy. I would love to start off with the K, but then you have to kind of follow it through with other matching notes, and each of these notes are just way too busy for a logo. You understand? You want to simplify it. We want to keep it simple. You want to keep it solid. You want to keep it memorable. So I did pour this up for some visual ideas. It still adds to the creativity, but it may not be used, but it's just there to bump up some creativity. I really, really, really like the way David Guida. I love the way his text logo is. I mean, it just is well placed. It's decently put together. You can read it. It's his, you know it. You know, they look at that, they offset the top to the left, they offset the bottom to the right. You got visual balance. Even though it's a dead space there and it's a dead space there, it still works. Visual perfect balance, you see? So I keep all those things in mind. So what I did was I pulled up a variety of nobles. This noble here, I like it. It's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy, right? But we're gonna work with this. This noble right here, I liked. This is originally how that noble looked, right here. And then I said, okay, it kind of remind me of music notes. If you go up here and you look at this, you see the lines going through the holes. I'm like, okay, it got nice little swirls and then it got lines. Now, I didn't want to add too many lines because, again, we don't want the logo to be busy, but we do want the logo to have a lot of meaning, a lot of depth, and to really relate to music, female, feminism, and royalty. So those are the different things that we was keeping in mind when I was putting this together. So what I did was, I guess I can, piece it together. Here, let me move this so you can see what I did. All of those are different pieces that I added to it. And you don't have to spend an eternity on this type of stuff, right? If you see something you like, that's it right there. You can stop, or you can save it, use it as an option. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save it, use it as an option, which would be one of my favorite options. And I'm gonna probably just do three with this one. So I'm liking this. I'm liking that. I'm like, I like the way that looked by itself. Just noble, okay? But it can be anything. It could be a hair product, you know what I'm saying? It can be anything. So what can we add to it to almost kind of let you know that it's an artist. Yeah, this is an artist. We keep in mind the Mary J, the Ariana Grande. Okay, so I said, you know what, let me put a music note on it. So let me add the stick. So I created the stick, and you'll notice that everything, remember we talked about width and balance. So the width of the stick is the same width of each letter inside, the same width of the top and bottom. So the top and bottom is almost like how the Run DMC thing is. See that? Top, bottom, Run DMC. It's encased in the box. But then we got this sticking out the box. So why is that sticking out the box? Because we're going to represent that as a music note. So we can put the dot inside, or we can leave the dot out. Me, I think I want to put it inside. And now we have something. Now, one thing is, so right now, this is what I'm liking, and I felt like, you know what, I might really don't have to go no further, to be honest with you, because we're trying to move quick as possible, right? But now there's something else that needs to go in there to complement that, to let you know that, yes, it's say noble, but you also want to know that it's noble as well. The swirl is the feminism of it. It's bold, right? And it's okay to be bold, because look at Beyonce. So you can use the bold letters, right? It's swirly. You got feminine swirls, right? That wouldn't be good. This wouldn't be a good font for a man, right? And then we got this K. Now, so what I'm looking to do is to do something with this K to represent some type of royalty. So what I decided to do was find, and this is, I guess this is where we can pick up at where I actually was at. So I'm gonna go here, and what we're going to do is look up royalty icons, right? And that's just going to give me some visual ideas of what's possible. So right off the rip, I'm kind of seeing something. So I like the lines in some of this. So let me see what happened. Okay, so we want a queen. I guess a queen this can almost kind of be a queen. So let me see how this works. Copy and Control V paste. And yeah, let me start moving this stuff out the way, or hiding it, so we can have a clean slate here. So and then let me delete some things here. Okay. So we got some lines here. You see the width of the lines? So maybe if we can kind of liking how that circle is going there. Let's see. Okay. I kind of like this. Like, I really like that, but then I would want to probably honestly center it right above that. Right? Okay, that's an option. I probably would want to, maybe if we set it there. No, that wouldn't make no sense. Maybe if we set it there. No, that's not working. But the original idea was to actually put it right inside of here. That was the idea. So let's try that. And I like the lines when it was big, but it may not suffice little. But I'm gonna try. So we got the little king crown in there. And that's okay. It's all right. It's an option. It's an idea. That's an option, and let me pull out another option. We can take the crown, and it may not work. Yeah, we looking at options. So what I'm not liking is that it's starting to get busy. Now that might be okay there. That might be okay, right? But that might be too busy. Let's try this. Let's invert this. So I'm going to go up to image, and let's see here. Adjustment, and let's do invert. So we invert that. That actually looked better. That actually looked better to me. But the idea was to invert it like that. That was the idea. So now we got the music note, we got the King logo inside, and it's simple. It's quiet, right? Now I'm liking that. I kind of like this. Let's see how I look at different sizes. Let me center it. Look like you need a little centering. We can move the rest of these out the way so we can kind of get a real. We'll keep these other logos out here. We can remove that. We can remove anthrax. We can remove that. We know we get an idea from that. Put Kim there. We can remove that. We're going to keep this noble. I still want this noble hanging around just so I can have some context. And this noble. Okay. So far, this noble is what I'm really feeling. To really truly feel like a logo. To really put some icing on the cake, I'm gonna put the registration mark on it. Okay. I'm just gonna copy and paste the icon from Google. Let me adjust the level so it can be all black. Okay. And just put it down here. Shrink it down, and then we can get like a real good feel for it, like how it would look. All right, so now and the only reason I put it there just so it can kind of give an official look. After you establish, most take that off, but I kind of like that. Here, let's make another copy, and then drag this over to here and see how we look and feel. Okay, let's see. All right, I like that. Actually, I like both, so I may present both. I am going to present both because I do like both of them. Okay, so we got one that we're working with. So we got the music note, we got the crown, and we got noble, and then it's made in a way where it's finesse, smooth, feminine, pretty, clean. It's clean, it's simple, and it's also eye-catching. So when you see it, or when you always see it, you're going to recognize it right off the rip. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. All right, so now let's try something else. So we keep that, and now let's see. I want to work with this here. So I do like this because there's a few things that we can do, and obviously this look very noble. But these are all capitals, and I really like these fonts here. I'm gonna make that small. I'm gonna make them all small. They change when they small though. Now it's something else. Y'all, that these fonts can do. So let's make this large, right? And these fonts, they do a lot of tricky things. The last tutorial I showed you guys was about fonts and how you can mess around with the different features of the fonts. Well, I'm gonna show y'all again. If y'all want to zoom in, y'all can see this here, these things here. Changing these now. Right now it's not available. They're called I forget what it's called, y'all, and I apologize, but you can actually change the way some of these fonts are made, and it's something that you have to do. And you know what, I can't think about it right now. Okay, so yeah, so you see it can do little different things like superscript, and it can change the way the font looks. And there's also like some of these fonts, when you buy these fonts, it comes with what is this thing called? It comes with like tails and things like that. Let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. Okay, so I'm not going to make this another session about fonts, but I do want to share something with you really quick. I think it's called styles. But when you buy a font, when you buy a professional font from like a professional letterhead place like this, your fonts come in a specific way. Like, so say for example, this Bandoodler font, or whatever, however you pronounce it, they have a variety of B's. Like, they won't just have this B and that C and that D. They're going to have a variety, and the B's is going to swirl different ways. Now, I haven't done it in a while, and I should have checked glyphs. That's what they're called. That's what they're called. They're called glyphs. So right here, let's see if I can show y'all this. See, we're getting to the deeper part right now, fam. So the glyphs, these are glyphs. So they're a variety of one font, you see. So I guess I just copied that font here. So watch what happens. I copy a glyph, I think, whatever. And I don't think I can actually do it here. Can I do it here? No, I can't do it there. Oh, actually, yeah. But anyway, a glyph is and that's what these is. If you zoom in real tight on that, you see that they have different glyphs. Anyway, I'm prolonging it. Sorry about that, y'all. So anyway, I don't have my glyphs and things like that set up. So I'm just going to leave this alone right here, and we're going to move forward from that there. All right. Let's see. Move that to the bottom. Okay. All right. So I don't know what that is. Okay, I have to apologize for the slight delay or whatever. I forgot that I need Adobe CC to see my. I don't know why they showing up there though. I don't know why they do that at, but I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do here. To be able to use those special characters, because I done wasted enough time already. Sheesh. Let me show you how we're going to use those special characters. Noble. Okay, so as you see right here, that's a special character K. That's not like a typical K. There's a K, and then you got that K. You want to go to start, your start menu, and type in character map, right? And now you have your insane rodeo, but this is the font here. And if you see of the variety of fonts that you can use here, actually it's actually more than that. Okay, so let's switch it up here. Let's go to Noble and change it back from Boston to the Casablanca. And what I was talking about here, let's make it a little bigger, is let's say we want this this Noble looks good, but we want this special characters. So what I like to do is go in there and probably like use this to shrink those down, and then put some special characters in there. Now I didn't kind of already screwed it up. It shouldn't even do this. Oh, because I got that right there. All right. Yeah, let me just. I didn't butcher that all the way up. Let me just start all over fresh. Noble. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop yapping and just put it on speed dial or speed video so you can kind of just see me walk through it. But this is the last thing that I'm gonna show you before I break off and go into doing my own thing. Okay, so I would probably do something like that and then shrink down the rest. So we got the K, but now I want this K funky, right? So let me get rid of this. Develop some space around here, space. Okay, so then I would take this K here, and then I will go to my character map. So type in character map right here, and we got LHF Casablanca in our character map. Now you can't see it; this is real small and everything like that, but you'll see you should be able to see the letters like here. And you can see like if I scroll through the different fonts, you can see a variety of the the different glyphs of these fonts that's actually not available through the through the regular part of Photoshop, at least this version anyway. Now Adobe Photoshop CC, they have the glyph things like that. But anyway, so we just had this 1K, but there's some other fonts in here that can be freaked out and tweaked out. Let's see what the Casablanca beta does. Okay, we still just got the 1K. Okay. Now I got some fonts that I purchased, and I don't think that this is it. There was actually sign fonts. But anyway, let me show you how we use these. So I would get a funky font. Like for example, this E here, and I will hold Control Copy, and then go and Control V and paste it there. Oops, sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I messed that up, y'all. Okay, so you see the font that you want, and then you select it, and then you hit copy from there. I actually just tried to right click and copy. You hit copy from there, and then you go to where you want it to go, or where you want it to be, and you Control V, and now you have your E there. So and then there's something else you can do, like we can turn this into a vector file, and then we can swirl these things ourselves. But really I was looking for some character fonts that already have a variety of glyphs on it, but that's taking up too much time. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna continue to work, speed this up so that you can see the process, and then we'll come back and close this. Okay, I think we're going to end it here, y'all, because I think I actually see and or found the one that we're probably more than likely going to stick with, and it's probably the one you're probably thinking the same thing. You know, it's interesting how things fall into place, right? I might still maybe put a king crown right there, but I think that's a statement right there. I think that's enough. Noble. And on top of it, you really don't even need a crown or nothing like that. I think that might be doing too much. What I like about this one in particular, and then I'm gonna send it to the artist and you know, let her make the final decision, but what I like in particular is that the name, the hyphen, the music note kind of tell the story that this person is an artist, because you're not thinking of it as a company. The font and the text is used is not a bold statement. It's thin like the Mary J. It got nice swirls, and it got a sophisticated feel, like a rich, expensive feel, and that's what we really want to go for. It's a timeless look, right? We're looking at the timeless look. I kind of liked this one, but then we kind of, I don't know if we went too far with you know, the bold lines and things like that. But you know, you got to do a variety to know what you don't like. You got to know what you do like and what you don't like. That's one of the, I don't really put together a variety, you know what I'm saying, because I like one over the other. I put together a variety so that you know what you do want to go with and you know what you don't want to go with. Also, you never know what you can come up with. So these all kind of fit into the idea and the category. Me personally, I would go with this one. This right here. It's a statement. It says a lot just looking at it. You can see it on shirts. You can see it on hats. on walls. You can see a big gigantic white screen with just that on it. It covers pretty much everything. It covers pretty much everything. So I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna send it, and I wanted to share this with you because you will be seeing this. You'll be seeing this often. You know, the promotion, things like that is going to start on this artist, and you know, we had to come up with a logo first. So I'm about to save it, shoot it over there, and go from there. But I did want to share this with you. This was a 3-hour process. I spent roughly 2 hours before I started recording. Then I talked to you guys for about 20-25 minutes, and then I finished working, and now I'm wrapping this at about 1 hour and 16 minutes. I got to go to an event to record this lupus foundation situation, and I'll be back to chat it up with you guys more. But I wanted to share the knowledge, and I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Now I want to remind you, if you're interested in this stuff and you really want to learn a lot more, take advantage of the opportunity that you have to go over to download the collection. Take advantage, do well by it, and all I ask is that you just pay it forward to somebody possibly less fortunate than you. All right. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I will be back to finish up some music production with you guys. So for my music for my music students and for my music class, y'all stay tuned or pay attention, or if you're into graphics and you want to learn music, make sure y'all follow me on the next video. All right, so all my silliness is gone because I'm down to business right now, but I'm gonna get back and we're gonna have some fun and act a fool. But I'm kind of taking care of some serious business right now. I want to help you out as much as I possibly can, and we're going to help each other. We're going to scratch each other back. We're going to pay everything forward. Till the next time. See you in a minute. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. See you in a minute. Oh, I hope you share and like. Well, you know, I don't know. I know y'all don't have a long. I see how long y'all be watching these videos, like 5-10 minutes in, y'all be busting up. That's why, man. Look, y'all better listen, man. Y'all really want to learn something, y'all better go over to todaysbeats.com, because this is the playground. YouTube is a playground, man. We supposed to be playing over here, not doing some serious business. All right, but anyway, I got to share some really powerful things with you, and that's what I want to do. All right, let me get out of here, man. I'm yapping on. See y'all. Peace.